very few people were as annoyed as me when Elon bought a percentage of the company of Twitter, and then nothing seemed to change. I saw him drop out of his board position, wasn't sure what was going to happen. And of course, like right as that was going on, I got this notification from Twitter that my account allegedly violated their Twitter rules, specifically for violating the policy on spreading misleading and potentially harmful information related to COVID-19. Now, I went over my tweet. For some people, I'm not going to talk about the specifics too much because YouTube is just as awful as Twitter sometimes about this stuff. And I had completely factual information. It was just a single statement. Somebody obviously reported me because they didn't like my take. And scientifically, I'm correct. And Twitter is actually the one spreading misinformation. But whatever. They wouldn't let me appeal it. I had to remove the tweet. It's really obnoxious. So I was like, you know what? Elon taking over really didn't change anything. Now, today, we've got the offer, which is maybe going to change everything. So I know that Elon's whole crusade here is about free speech, allegedly. We'll see what happens. And he's now made an offer to take over all of Twitter, and that offer is for $54.20 per share, which comes to about $43 billion. So that's what's going on right now. We don't know if that offer's been accepted, what's going on, or anything on that level. We just know that this offer's been put in and that he has made some sort of statement about it. Now, Disclosed TV says that Twitter will reportedly be having an all-hands meeting with employees at 2 p.m., which is going to be in about 3 hours, over Elon's offer to take over the platform. Twitter is obviously scared. The people there, the CEO, who is a rabid SJW leftist, really attempting to just lock down people's information, lock down people's free speech, lock down people's ability to discuss any political stuff that violates the SJW narrative, is due to, basically get the boot if Elon takes over. And he knows this. In fact, the entire board will probably get the boot because they've been running this platform into the ground for the last several years, ever since the great meme war of 2016, and they started banning everybody after that election because they didn't want to allow differing opinions from that narrative to be on the platform. That's what it came down to. It's really sad. I've been the victim of this. My main account, of course, got hammered last year because somebody was harassing me, and I'm on the wrong political side of things, and that's exactly what happened. So I don't know if this is going to change things. I hope it really does, because I'm getting sick of this stuff, and it's been a long time coming. But there's a couple of places that are really impacted by this news a little more than anybody else. Of course, the SJWs, the blue check marks, are going to lose their little safe space. They're going to lose the ability to just have their crap out there propagandized with nobody questioning it, because if you question it, you get banned. And you're going to have a resurgence of fun times like we used to have. I hope Elon will actually come through with this. We'll see how far he's willing to go. I mean, everybody forgets Twitter's the platform that first banned Milo Yiannopoulos. Twitter's the platform that banned Donald Trump. Twitter's banned so many people for no reason other than they just feel like they're the political opponents. It's been absolutely absurd over the last several years. Now, of course, the SJWs are really upset about this, and here we go. Pam Keith Esquire from Florida.
Dear Elon, fuck off. Your ego is way bigger than your judgment, and your money doesn't make you a decent leader of a damn thing. You run a racist company.
I don't know where she gets that.
And I will never let my words drive your bottom line. I'll be doing all I can to convince liberals not to butt your shit.
I think she means buy your shit. But there you go. I don't think anybody cares, Pam Keith Esquire. We got more.
Nothing would make me delete Twitter faster than Elon buying it out.
This reminds me of all the tweets when Trump won the election of,
I'm going to move to Canada, Nazis in America.
It's the same thing. Gosh, the ridiculous part is Elon's not even really right wing, but whatever. Here we are, the same lady. She's out if Musk takes over Twitter. One can only hope that she can go away so we don't have to look at her bad tweets. He could do so much good with $41 billion, but because the GOP gives those tax breaks, this is what we end up with. Oof, what a take. And here's another Miss Kitty. That will be the day I delete my Twitter account. I really hope all these people delete their Twitter accounts because I would love for a platform where I don't get mass reported just for speaking the truth or just for speaking my mind about topics that I feel like. I'm an artist, I'm a creator, and I should be able to be free in that. And these are the type of people, all these people who are threatening to delete their accounts, throwing a fit about Elon Musk taking over, that are making it hard for people like me to just exist. And it's really sad. I would love for these people to all go away simultaneously. It would be amazing. Now, there is one other sad element about this, and this comes from Gab. Now, Gab's a website that actually is basically Twitter, but free speech. It already exists. It's just, not enough people really go on there to replace Twitter as of current. It's one of my favorite websites. I love hanging on there. I do have an account on there. And Gab made an offer to Elon Musk, of course, to have him invest in Gab. And I don't think this is going to happen. I think this is a kind of a desperate play from Gab. Sorry to say, Mr. Andrew Torba. I definitely support the site, like I said, but if Twitter indeed becomes a free speech platform, then Gab really is hit hardest because that's kind of Gab's marketing brand and alternative as it is. So I feel bad about it, but you know what? I'm going to continue to support Gab even if Twitter actually does become a free speech platform, and here's why. I don't want everything centralized because when you have everything centralized and it becomes a monopoly, and that's what Twitter was, that's what leads to a platform becoming the whim of a certain group that controls it. And that's what led us to this state. That's what got us to the point where we don't have free speech on Twitter. So even though Elon might be able to turn the tide momentarily, who knows what can happen in the future with it. So I like decentralized platforms. I like different places to be able to post my content. And I am going to support Gab anyway. It's gab.com if you guys have not been there. I do like it a lot as a website, and I think people should check it out. All right, I forgot to announce myself at the beginning of this video. I'm John Delarose. I'm a science fiction author and comic creator, #1 bestseller, and I've been banned and deplatformed so many times I can't count, including Twitter, Patreon, and other places. I try to speak freely, I try to be conservative, and I try to produce content that is a counter to Hollywood. So if Gab is the counter to Twitter, I am the counter towards the awful New York publishing books. I'm the counter towards Marvel and DC and things like that. I've got a subscribe star. I've also got my links down below. I would appreciate if you guys support free speech, support artists who are supporting your culture war. Thanks so much, guys. You're the best, and we'll be back soon. Now, let me know what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. See you later.